Всем привет, с вами Антилар, продолжаю играть в Fallout 4 о StoryWealth. В прошлой серии я собрал... Так, давайте 4 часа посплю. Я собрал оставшиеся доступные для меня карточки из всех локаций, которые у меня есть. И теперь у меня 47 карточек. Оставшиеся 3 карточки находятся в институте, и я не могу ничего с ними сделать. Так, соответственно, сейчас я хотел бы поработать с квестами снова. Значит, у меня есть Freedom Calls, Liberty Reprime, Molecular Level. Fusion мне дали. Like a good neighbor. Это Лили. Можно поубивать рейдеров. Travel with Lily to Nuka World. Можно шипбрейкер сделать. Best Left Forgotten я делать не буду. Так, Workshops, тут все плохо. Defense 0. Тут Defense 200. Офигеть. Jamaica Plain. Ничего нет. Тут Defense, кстати, 24 я построил. Это очень круто. Underground Hideout. Power 340. Happiness 20. А что такой маленький Happiness? Я всем доволен. Visitor Center, Warwick Homestead. Окей. People 2. 2 человека в Абернате фарм осталось. В Ковенанте 5. Я хочу в этой серии продвинуться и по возможности открыть институт. Почему? Потому что мне нужно добивать много вещей, которые завязаны на открытии института. И я хочу открыть институт вот стандартным способом, чтобы не всрать всякую фигню из этого. Так. Там просто в институте много чего еще. Что? Что? Jetpack эффект. Минус 166. Это типа за секунду использования минус 166 AP, что ли? Раз, два. Ну, да, походу это оно. Так, окей. В таком случае берем квест. Molecular Level. Надо вернуться к Верджилу. И я пойду сейчас туда. Так, лучше всего на самом деле от точки 5 туда идти. От замка, то бишь. Все. Солдат Анклава. Что вы тут делаете? Солдат Анклава, блин. Я что-то не видел их тут раньше, честно говоря. А этот вообще без силовой брони. Так, Remnant X01 у меня уже есть. Устроили, блин. Вёрджил заодно с Анклавом, что ли, или как? Как это имеет смысл? Вёрджил, какого хрена у тебя Анклав тут стоит? Ты тут готовишь, блин.
Excuse me.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
No, I just went out for a little stroll and thought I'd stop back and say hi.
It's a good thing your survival and my humanity aren't at stake. Otherwise, I might be annoyed by your attitude. But, fine. I shouldn't have doubted you'd come back. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation.
Да, репутация придурков.
You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
Your confidence is staggering.
I'm just saying, I can't guarantee it'll work. But if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
Come on. Have I given you reason to doubt me?
No. But do you realize how critical this is for both of us? And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Так, я буду использовать Братство Стали. Так, тут нет никаких там карточек, ничего такого, нет? Вроде нет. От 5 должно быть... Ну, вообще, наверное, от UH близко, но от 5 тоже близко. На север, да? Я делаю это с помощью Братства Стали исключительно для того, чтобы продвинуть Данса. Потому что я не знаю, как иначе его продвинуть. Мне кажется, что это все, ну, иначе не прокатит. Потому что, типа, мне скажут, вот, чел, узнай, кто синт. И я такой, знаете, Данс синт.
Elder Maxon?
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute. To accomplish this goal, I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth. The only logical...
Right.
That's where we need...
I might have a way to get into the Institute.
I believe there's a bit more to the story than you're telling me. But based on your actions so far, I'm willing to take you at your word. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
Там 3 последние карточки.
I think they're the ones that kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Так, talk to Proctor Ingram.
On your way, soldier.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? All right, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
I'm not sure I can explain how it works, but a former Institute scientist gave me these plans, so...
Let me see. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Enough of the technical talk.
Chomping at the bit to get this thing built, huh? Me too. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
Just tell me what we need so I can get started.
Sorry that I'm boring you.
Да.
Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Так. Build reflector platform. Ну, давайте глянем, что она там. Короче, здесь я могу это строить. Так, special. Это вот это. Так, stabilized reflector platform. Так, ща. Это говно все уберем к чертовой матери. Другое дело. Пора строить. Поговорить с Проктором Инграм.
Proctor Ingram?
Any luck building the platform
У
yet?
него, кстати, ног нет.
Yes, I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
I'm on it.
I hope so. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations. I'd wish you good luck, Knight, but I think we're both going to need it.
Так. Что мне надо сделать? Beam Emitter, Relay Dish, консоль. Так. Beam Emitter, Relay Dish и консоль. Так. Biometric Scanner 1. Military Grade Circuit Board 1. А Relay Dish Easy. Так. Один Military Grade Circuit Board. Один Biometric Scanner. Окей. Так. Military Grade Circuit Board и Biometric Scanner. Biometric Scanner на B. Вот, у меня их 17. И Military Grade Circuit Board на M. У меня их 10. Так. Control консоль. И та другая штукенция. Ей надо энергию подать. Что тут есть? Large дает 10. Так, ну я, наверное, фьюжн построю, а то чё? Значит, надо 6 алюминиума и 8 nuclear material. Сейчас сделаю. Так. Это делается очень легко. Алюминиум. И nuclear material. Ага. Наверное, лучше сюда это.
I'm eagerly awaiting Liberty Prime's completion, Knight. Return to your duties.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Lab rats standing by.
All of us are aware of the risks you're taking, and we salute you. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Unless I end up inside solid rock.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
A nuclear engineer. Interesting.
Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
Damn. She was a valuable resource. It was a mistake to let her leave.
Agreed. I wish our predecessors would have had your foresight. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Okay.
Proctor Ingram.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind.
В смысле?
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do
Вот
the
это
rest.
мне надо.
Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch.
Мне не нравится, что эта штука
Transmitting in
дрожит.
3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Сейчас с очень большой вероятностью все будет черное к хренам. Карточки, настольные игры. Нет? Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Quite resourceful.
Да, все
I
нахрен
know as
черное.
follows. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Спасибо. Так, значит, Save Game Institute. На всякий случай. На всякий. И сейчас я перезайду в главное меню. Загружаю сохранение. Может быть, мне потребуется игру перезапустить, чтобы это исчезло. О, нормально. То. О-о. Тридцать минут я потеряю.
What you've heard, what you think of us. I'd I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
20-е прокатило.
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Еще один. Ear Examiner.
Would need the key. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, Your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Окей. Так, значит... Sliding doors.
Jammed.
Jammed. Угу. С джемом. Так, wine. Мне нужно найти какую-нибудь кровать, в которой поспать, потому что надо уже заканчивать серию. Я когда первый раз сюда добрался в ванильном прохождении, я такой типа думаю, ёптать. Так, вот это его комната, вот это его кровать такая. Институт Directors Uniform и Институт Directors Armored Uniform. Это из мода FO4 Институт Expansion, что ли. Synth Shutdown. Это я делать не буду. Так, тут всякий хлам. А, вот это что? Найс. Какая-то панель сломанная. Поспать в его кровати я не могу. Так, отсюда я начал. Вот, это типа желтое. Тут все. Я сейчас попробую найти хоть какую-нибудь кровать, на которой я смогу поспать.
Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Almost
Yes,
done.
sir.
Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built...
Got it.
Дай мне открыть дверь.
pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set.
Баннер, твизер, скотерайзер. Я не знаю, что это такое. Так, аммобокс. Зеленый аммобокс. Такой же, но зеленый. High-powered микроскоп. Я все отсюда загребу. Чё мне? Випер. Network сканер, по-моему. Вот, это поможет мне... Так, Bioscience,
Remember to
работать.
keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. Alright, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Так, тут чё? Какой-то склад. Блин, мне нужна кровать. Я здесь. Кровать. Блин! Owned. И это owned. Fuck. Не, любую кровать. Owned.
No use.
Так, я буду искать кровать. Я нашел Director's Retreat. Это какая-то новая часть, которой раньше точно не было. О, походу это оно. Кровать, в которой я могу поспать. Это точно из мода. Ха-ха, круто. Лестница какая-то очень странная. Йоу! Йоу! Офигеть. What the fuck? Все так классно. Это вот FO4. Тут что? Ха! Туалет, водный фонтан. Я что-то не могу на него навестись, ну ладно. Душ. Тут, видимо, ванная. Вино. Блин, это круто. Так, ну, я нашел самую классную кровать в институте. Замечательно. В следующей серии продолжаю исследование института. Тут дохренище, что мне надо сделать. Так что собирать карточки, журналы, все остальное. Ну, дофига, реально всего дофига. Всем спасибо, с вами Малатилар. Всем пока.